This is the moving forward with another one. Now we're going to do our metrical astrology lineup. The first thing I want to speak about is our Mercury retrogrades, which doesn't start until April the 21st, 2023, on to May the 14th, 2023. That's our spring Mercury retrogrades, April 21st, which lies on the cusp of Aries and Taurus, okay? And then moving on into which ends on May 14th, which is Taurus still. And then we have our summer Mercury retrogrades, which begins on August 23rd till September 14th, 2023. Okay, so what this tells us about is, you know, our communication and the way we communicate, not just verbally, but also, you know, messages. This is emails, it's posts as well, sending and receiving. It's also, you know, analysing what we are to send out, what we are to receive, sometimes not misinterpreting things that we receive, because, you know, giving leeway for those who are trying to still continue to work ahead within these retrogrades. It's not, you know, completely disastrous. It can, you know, there's some opportunities where we can go over things that we've missed as well. And, you know, in terms of operation within the Mercury retrogrades in using devices. So devices is a major thing. We have hit the Virgo full moon on the 7th, I believe. That's just gone by, but the energies still apply now until the 9th. So major decisions are to be made on the 9th of this month here, March 2023. Major decisions in terms of what our dreams, our aspirations, our working field, and what we want in life, family, you know, business, things of this nature, things that need to really, really go, things that need to stay in our own individual lives, okay? So not just the groups, pairs, and, you know, things in which, you know, to clash by. It's a major decision that needs to be made with this on the 9th, okay? And we still have the energies on the 9th of the full moon in Virgo, okay? So I want to give a shout out to all the Virgos out there as well. We are in Pisces season. Some of the Pisces are being affected by this full moon in positive ways, and some in which have stories to tell and, you know, want to communicate their essence of what they have been going through, their struggles. So there's ups and there's downs, there's ebbs and flows, perigee, apogee. Okay, with that, moving forward on to Jupiter. What is going on with Jupiter? What does it tell us? And how can we prosper using Jupiter? Look, Jupiter in Aries, okay? Jupiter in Aries, 21st and 22nd, I say energies came in from the 20th. Energy comes in, kicks in from the 20th of April. And, you know, the alignment date is the 22nd. So around 21st and 22nd, okay, of April 2023 up until the 1st of May. I would say the energy will still linger until the 2nd, and then filtering out to the 3rd of May. The energy still apply there, okay? Now, with Jupiter, it tells us a lot about how we can utilize our finances and our communication in terms of education, what we have learned over time. So going over, using Mercury retrogrades, going over what we have used in our working field before. Does it work? Do we move forward with that in this new aspiration in terms of summer? Okay, because with spring, summer, I would say, do we hold on to that and bring that forth into our spring, summer solstices? Okay, if it doesn't work for us, we leave it behind. So now that's what the 9th was about. So we had to have gone over things prior to that build up on the full moon of Virgo that I spoke about, okay? So decisions, some of you could be making decisions now about what we need to leave behind, having conversations, discussions, whether it's with work colleagues, family members, peers, however you choose to do that, okay? It's something in which is very, very, very vulnerable, at the same time very valuable when you look into it down the future. How is it going to string us along? How is it going to power through with what it is you must carry into the future? This future is very important in how we line things up. So sometimes what happens in the past, or what we choose to do, does affect what comes in. So that's why for some of us out there that go on about the past, nitpick things, it talks about what we don't want to carry along with us in the present moment and then along with us into the future. because it's just extra stones we don't need in a bag, let alone a bag at all. Okay, now with Jupiter in Pisces, it comes in March, I believe March the 7th until the 20th. Well, yeah, it was March the 7th apparently, and then that's when it went into Aries. So I would say with Jupiter in Aries, move back a bit, it gives us the idea of how to utilize our finances, yeah, in prosperous and lucrative areas. So that means for those of you who are Aries, Pisces, and I would say Aries, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, and some of you out there, even Gemini, I'm getting Sagittarius as well. You have a major turnaround in finances in terms of how you're making money. So this could mean you put a deposit down on a property and it goes through because it's reached the peak, it's reached the major arcana, it's reached the macro field within the alignment, the lineup. So if you do have those lineups in your chart as well, if you don't know your chart, you can find out your chart and we can communicate about that, you know, further in how you can utilize that to your best advantage. The better source of it all, I would say, is with the signs I've mentioned. Sagittarius, I've mentioned Virgo, Taurus, Aries, okay? Some of you out there that are Pisces as well. Happy birthday, Pisces. We're still in that season. This is a great time. Like, some of you are gambling, okay? Some of you are gambling. Doesn't mean you're out there in the casinos. It could just mean online. It could mean, you know, negotiating deals, things of this nature, or just business deals, like actual business deals, and it's going through. Even letters about confirmation of yeses for new business opportunities, okay, new group work, and these are all legit things. So some of you out there that are trying to do things that are not legit, when the Sagittarius full moon hits or Scorpio full moon, it will shine light on some areas in which if it was worth doing that or not, things will come out around that period of time. Is coming up, okay? I'll let you know in the next astrological lineup. Okay, we have Venus in Aries as well. So with Venus in Aries, Jupiter in Aries, yeah, these signs in Aries, this is love. This is love. Like, there's going to be a lot of people committing as well around now. So say March and into the summer solstice, I'll say August, even up to August. So there'll be a lot of Aries, Capricorn, Scorpio. I can see Pisces, I can see Taurus. There's commitment going on there, strong bonds, like even proposals. It's not just, proposals within like love. Also, I can definitely see proposals in work, like propositions within work. So it ties together with the Jupiter in Aries and the Venus in Aries. Everyone knows that Venus represents love, okay? It's undeniable. There's so many of us out there that's done so much deep work about Venus and what it, the outcome of it, and just testing it out, looking at the scientific side of it, every side of it. And it just so happens that, when these signs like Venus and Jupiter meet up together, it is definitely talking about commitment and at its highest point. So this even means I could see the Hierophant, and I could see the Four of Wands. I can also see the Ace of Cups as well, which represents, proposals and marriage, and even like, the Ace of Diamonds in a card, in a pack of normal deck of cards that you play with, that you've played with in your life. Yes, you have. Whether you was Muslim, no matter what religion you was, whether you was, Christian, you've played with a deck of cards when you was younger. If you don't now, you've picked up a pack, or you've looked at a pack. And so the Ace of Diamonds represents Pentacles, okay? We know it's not all about Pentacles, but we are about building our empire, and not just building our empire, but however, in a way which could be of love. As above, so below, okay? Let's see what happens more within the Stargate using our astrological sign cards. Okay, for March. Let's have a look at this is for all signs. Let's have a look here. Okay, intuition to protect. So some people need to protect their assets. I can see here, protect your assets. So you may need to put down some, you know, whether it's insurance, it could be life insurance, home insurance, yeah, Cancerian, okay? Some Cancerians are taking off between now and summer as well. I can see that. Yeah, something about the past is something, your attitude to, from the past was working for you. And to some of you out there, you may have changed the way you've operated because it didn't work for you, and you've noticed that you need to protect your intuition at times. Sometimes, like when you get together in groups, whether it's one girl or two, you've got a lot to say. That's because you've been thinking a lot. Sometimes you'll sit there, Cancer, and you will like meditate just in your mind, just being in the moment of yourself, and, you know, be seeing so much, you know, in different states. So, and then to communicate that across, you're putting like bits and pieces. You'll say some pieces, you'll test some people, say a few things, stop, listen to see their responses, whatever else. Sometimes you're just not caring. You're just going out there, okay, and just, you can get on that moment where, you know, you just, I just want to be me myself today. I just want to flow with what it is I want to say. You know, if no one wants to hear what I've got to say, then it doesn't matter. I'm good with what I'm doing and I know where I'm going. Okay, Pluto, it talks about the need for control of. So if we connect them together, intuition to protect, okay, assets in this nature, you need to control how much probably you're spending, or maybe there's been a major change in how, yeah, you've, you know, you created some things. When we spoke about the explosion of assets, and well, we spoke about the explosion of income using, you know, with Jupiter in Aries and Venus in Aries, this is love. So love, connection, proposals, and also money, commitment, and finances. Yeah, it's talking about these lucrative things. So there's been a major change within that. Look at that, the Sun card came out. So you may need to control the way you demonstrate something. Okay, so within if you're working in finances, or if you're, you know, so you could be demonstrating something which you've noticed in the past was not working at the time. You need to make a few tweaks just to, you know, make sure that those things are very neatly tidy in bed with a nice comfortable pillow. And so basically protection, okay, cozy, protect something cozy where you can just sleep at night. You don't have to worry about A, B, and C. Okay, yeah. Some of you can be a little bit obsessed. I'm getting Pluto energy, Scorpio energy as well. Okay, I'm getting some Leo energy. So you've got Cancerian, Leo, and Scorpio there. A little bit of obsession, could be of spending. So learning how to use your intuition to protect you. So before going out there, making a physical movement, or, you know, collecting, buying stuff or whatever else, if it's buying, or just putting out a lot of money on a property and you didn't really look into it, you know, or you may have put a lot of money into a bonds and you didn't look into the stocks and shares, the way that operates at that period of time, to slow down. Okay, some of you could be having some power struggles as well, probably around now or incoming. Hopefully, you know, if you act like a leader and you realize your obsessions and use your intuition to protect, this could really help you, you know, analyze and remember your attitude from the past to make better decisions in the present moment for the future to be more prosperous. Okay, let's have a look here at your Saturn's return. So be realistic about. So some of us need to learn lessons, or had to have learned lessons about the past in how you operated in work, okay, or business, home, family. Some of you are working on a business at home, so I'm sensing that. And then also you have, you know, you may be concerned about situations dealing with what you've realized, or a leader. You see how it's navigating? So this could be a boss of yours. Okay, so you realize something about a boss of yours. Maybe some of them could be ripping you off for some of you. Others of you, you are seeing that you can play that role, and you could be going into further education. Okay, with Chiron in Aries as well. Chiron's also in Aries. Yeah, you got Jupiter in Aries, Venus in Aries, you got Chiron in Aries. This teaches us about our basically it shines light on our main pathway. So it can give you like a window. It give you like a slight window where you can see something going on, where you can literally observe what your future can be like if you only just take the correct steps. Brush people aside. Don't worry about who laughs at you, who farts at you, who coughs at you, and who does it. Don't worry about all of that. But it's more or less about having the confidence about where it is you really want to go. Which I'm saying to you. People will always do that all day long. So if people are always going to do that to try and put you down, whether it's a manager or co-workers of yours, or whether it's neighbours of yours, you know, or if it's family members. It could be family members as well. They could be hating on you. Yeah, don't worry about that. Because that's not their pathway. So they're going to laugh, they're going to cry, they're going to fart, they're going to cough. That's all sounds and signs of illnesses and sicknesses. When you slow it down, analyse it, using a mercury, okay, it sounds like sicknesses. And most sicknesses start off with the mind. Okay? It's called a dis-ease of the mind. So look, hey, Pisces, Cancerian, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aries out there, Sagittarius, all signs out there. If this resonates with you, you can see where you need to let go. We spoke about letting go. Ninth is a major decision. Let go of people that try to hold you back, pull you down over silly, small things that people practiced in primary school. Do you see what I'm saying to you? People practice these things and they carry it into their adult life, from primary school into their adult life, and they want you to still be concerned about that, the behaviour. It can be concerning to a point where if they try to, you know, stitch you up on something you haven't done. But guess what? The alignments say if they try to do that, karma promises to get them at a time they least expect. It's not going to be funny. Okay? It's not going to be funny. And even then, when you get your chance to laugh at other people, don't. Just let them laugh first, all the time. Always let them laugh first. Let them laugh first, center, and end at the end. Let them laugh. You just stay focused. You just stay focused. Remember, I told you this is the reason why I'm telling you this. To some of you that can connect, you just stay focused on what you're doing, because you know how it goes. You know what you're supposed to be doing. And not everyone is supposed to be knowing what you're doing anyway. Okay, that's how you turn over the culprits, the nosy spies and things of nature. Okay, there you go. Some people can't concentrate. All signs are. Some people can't concentrate on what they're doing because they're too busy wanting to spy or trying to put you off. So people are sent out there like Agent Smiths. Sometimes they don't even know they are acting like an Agent Smith. Why am I saying all this? You will resonate with this. Yeah, one of you will resonate with this. You will understand what I mean. When you're trying to concentrate on what it is you're trying to do, and there's other people that try to do some small little niggly things, whether they laugh, fart, cough at you, whatever else, or try to get a group of people to look at you like something's wrong with you, or try to put you down, keep doing what you do best. Because obviously, that's the correct way. You know you're going the correct way when you've got haters, when you've got people that are trying to hold you back. You must be going the correct way. Because if you weren't going the correct way or doing the correct things that you're supposed to be doing, there wouldn't be any haters around in a hurry. They wouldn't be in a hurry. There should be no hurry for anyone to come around and put you down and try and stop you. So people have blown their cover, a certain specific people that's blown their cover, showing you that you're going the correct way and you're doing great and you've seen the outcomes, okay, and you've heard feedback and things of this nature. They know that you're going the correct way and they're not confident to do what you do. They're not confident. And you was never competing with them in the first place for them to try and compete with you. And you was never going the same pathway as them in the first place. You didn't have to understand what they were doing because you was never interested in the first place. Realization. But guess who's interested in you? Guess who? Look around. Listen, you know. Look at some of your work colleagues. Look at some of your family members. Look at some of your neighbours. You ain't got to look for too long. You ain't got to look at all. But if you felt like it and you was to, turn around, look at some of your family neighbours. Family neighbours. Some of your neighbours are family. Yeah, some of your neighbours try to act like they're family. And they're not. They're in your business. If it's not neighbours, if it's not family members or co-workers, they could just be Agent Smiths. Yeah? There's spies underground, like just undercover police officer or undercover agent or undercover. Just undercover. But it's not very undercover, is it, if they keep blowing their cover? and they don't have any cover at all. Poo. Moving forward. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Let me not use that side, okay? Let's just be. Yeah. That's my Mercury in my sign. It's a fast process. Listen to me. Don't get me started. This is for you. Use that. I'm telling you now because I know people have been trying to now and again. The South Node. So with the South Node, it tells us to. Some of you have anxiety. Okay, some of you may have some anxiety about a situation, dealing with your, well, obviously your South Node, wherever that is positioned. But I do know Scorpio is on your South Node. Scorpio is in South Node right now. I do know that. However, anything that is trying to hold you back, if you check your South Node, you know, as well as things that are hidden, they can come up in full moon periods of time. Just like if you ate too much sugar, right, and you ate according to acidic diet, you will find that you could be very irritable, very this, or even make fun out of people, just be the bully. You could just end up being a bully to people, or you can end up being a very parasite yourself, or parasites could be coming out of you. It sounds really horrible and snide and poo, but when you think about it, this is what happens in cycles, because what you put in, you get out. So there you go. That's part of it, the South Node. So look into the South Node and what things that were hidden for you, not before everyone else knows. You can deal with that quite effectively. You can deal with that. What do you mean by South Node? Please explain to me. Well, things that are hidden that you know about. If we was to give it a name, we call it, like astrologically, we will call it a South Node. Okay, down there. So it's talking about hidden things that you thought was gone, and it pops up, parts of it pops up saying you still need to find a way of how to, you know, not feed this energy. Something of what you're doing today in today's life, present day, could be still fueling that side of things. So that's why it's popping up. It's like, hold on a minute. And karma's also showing you, hold on a minute, but what about this? Did you deal with this? Now and again, you're looking at it. Not with your physical eyes, but with your mind's eye. You're looking at it. Just I'm saying to you. Yeah. Okay. So that could also be something. And you could be nervous about that, anxious. It says anxious about. Sometimes you may feel a bit troubled about something, whether you should move forward of something or to let go of something. So say if you've been holding on to, say, for example, the fact that you want to buy a new property. Your eyes on a property. You haven't put a deposit down yet, but your eyes on it. You're anxious and you feel troubled about, if you do that, then what if you really don't enjoy that location and the people are rubbish? So you're having some anxiety about something to do with what you've had your mind on for a long period of time. Basically, should you let that go because you've been going over the doubt of moving in there with all the things I've just mentioned? Or, you know, should you just go ahead with it and be brave and see what comes? You know, who cares, and just go with it. So something is causing anxiety and trouble about a proposition that is being made. Okay, it could even be some hidden things that needs to be cleared first before you move forward and move ahead. Okay, I can see that. Moving forward, let's have a look into, I think, 2 more cards. So it's got to do with your beliefs. Taurus is here as well. It's got to do with your costs. Do you have enough to put down? Maybe it's gone up. House prices have gone up. If it's nothing to do with property, it could have something to do with a ring. If you're proposing, the price of the ring has gone up, or you really want to hold on to this person, but how do you do that by committing to someone? If it's to do with commitment, if it's to do with proposition with work, then you may not be happy with what they're offering, the manager or the boss is offering you at that present time, but you really do love this job. You thought it would be a bit more, or you think you could do a lot better than that. And you're like, hold on a minute, that is my position. You don't want to step on their toes, but you want to get into that position where that really is you. That is you. Okay. And you're thinking, the time it takes me to get to that point, I might as well start something myself. But do I have enough money to start this business? Do I have enough to, do I need a bigger group? What would it take for me to get to that? Some of you could be thinking that as well, the cost of something. okay, due to your beliefs. So don't have any anxiety or trouble. Try not to have any anxiety or trouble about, you know, making these new propositions with the person, or with the boss, or starting your new project. Okay, it will take a lot of energy and stimulation, but so as everything else. Swimming does, going to the gym does, okay, walking down a long road does, driving and sitting in traffic takes energy you would never believe. Yeah, sitting, you're just sitting down there, just, your patience alone, that. Okay, so everything is just like, you know, even the grooming and going through each step, it's lovely, it's beautiful, you know, it's going to be, you know, it's worth it and everything else. But some of you are feeling like, oh, I've still got to do this, I've still got to do that, and you're exhausted. So when are you really enjoying what it is you actually really do love? Like when? And when it's for a little bit of a few moments, those moments have gone way before, you know, you can really, really enjoy it, because your expectations in your mind was more enjoyable before actually physically walking through it, doing that. Yes, it is now and again. For some things, yes, it was. You can't, woo! Okay, let me calm down. It's my, part of my character. Sorry, I'm not changing for anyone. It's part of me. So just take that, run with it. Right, okay, let's go with it. One more card, please. Oh, look, maybe bend that over. So about a Capricorn. So dedication and commitment. It has got to do with work. It has. I'm telling you now. Okay, it really does. Look, dedication to achieve. So your belief system. Okay, and the cost of that. You know, but it's asking us to focus on your dreams and aspirations, because it's here and it's coming. Because it's not materialized, it's in a different state. It's that pen that's run out but backwards. So it's about to come on. It's the other way. So it's like you can't see the invisible line because it's worn out, but it's coming on. It's coming. You know what I mean? The pen is coming in. The ink is coming in where you can see it. Okay. Oh, you understand? You've never heard that before, but I know you understand that, because I found a way that you can understand. I just know you do. I can use any example and know that that you'd understand. I know for sure. Okay. I'll connect in so many different ways, and I'll make sure every nation, everyone in the world will understand what I am saying. No, don't you dare pretend and say you don't understand, because I can help you understand. I can support that. I can telepathically send you. Okay, I don't need to go too much into depth for that. Dedication and commitment to achieve this, you know, this thing that you're going after. What I mentioned, the alignments are there. Jupiter in Aries, it's time. Venus in Aries, it's time. Okay, it's time. But what are you doing with the energy? Are you disbelieving something? Anxiety, trouble? Oh, yeah, but the costs of... And then you're basically... I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say anything. It says use the most direct way. The most direct way in how to focus on, you know, and dedication to achieve in this astrological lineup, matrical. Okay, and then so some of your beliefs or disbeliefs could come from resulting from the rules imposed on you, the rules imposed by you, you know, if not by you, but like in general, in the rules imposed. So if it's at work, there's something that you had in mind that you want to try and bend and fold, origami, but the rules imposed on you kind of conflicts the way you really want to go about something. Okay, your work, your aspiration, your proposal, your proposition. Because I'm reading for, you know, a large group here. This is why I'm saying 1, 2, 3 things. Because all of them can apply. It's not one that applies. I know for sure it's all 3 of them. Yes. Yes, it is. Wow. Okay. And it was in this order. So south nodes are coming out within people now and again between, well, Virgo full moon and the night. A decision has to be made. That's something you need to really let go of, something, okay? So that you can move forward with it. Perhaps there's something that was you was holding on to. You couldn't be bothered to get rid of it. You knew you had to get rid of something in your life, but you couldn't be bothered to, or you don't know how to, you don't know how to start. And the time and the energy and the time it takes to get rid of something like that. Maybe you're thinking it takes too much. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Like stuff like that, it happens to us, you know, to people out there. It's just that takes energy to get rid, even to get rid of something, you know, that you no longer served you. Just like some old clothes you have to take down to the Salvation Army, stuff like that as well. And you need to clear your space to bring in new things, but you have to do this for everything. And you realize how much it is that the more you think about you want, the more sorting out you have to do, or even hiring people to do that for you. But you see, in the Akashic records, energy, when you use your energy to do something, it aligns, it grants you gifts, because what it does is it opens up gateways, it opens up new levels that you've passed something. But you see, when you hire someone all the time to do something, it doesn't align you up the same way that you've done the work, because it's someone else's energy. So they get the gift, they get granted, they get the this, they get the that. Do you understand me? That in life, so some women out there that are getting men to do this, let's try and say that, or some men out there that are getting loads of men to do things. No one's saying that we can't always build a house. We can't build a house on our own entirely. We can, but most of us out there find it difficult to do that. You need a group of men, and it's faster as well. And for the time, the money that's spent, things of nature. I get that. However, it says, okay, as above, so below, the Akashic record, the emerald tablets, when you put your energy into something, you get rewarded. And you can't point at other people and say, it's not fair. You can't do that. You're not allowed to point at people and say, it's not fair, he's got this, she's got that, or he done whatever else. Energy, like, are you applying energy and putting things in? And even if someone paid someone to do something and they got that, sooner or later, it will not feel, eventually, oh my God, so many of us have done this. I'm speaking so fast, my processor is going so quick. So literally, so many people have done this, and they tell this story of they're not happy or they're not feeling, because just someone to make something and for them to live into that, or someone to just buy something and just give it to you, it's just so easy. But you see, when you're making it, when you're creating something, the best journey ever was creating it. Even before it started and when it ended, it was the center part, which was the most enjoyable. Let me say that again, because I know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. What I said to you is this, yeah? It's sometimes when, you buy something, you're not getting the same enjoyment as when you're creating something, okay? Because the creating part in the center is the better part rather than just the beginning. Thinking of it, is great and everything else. But the ending part of it is like, the end of a chocolate. No more now. Finish. Can't buy no more, can't do anything. All gone, finish. So then you have the memory left of that, which was the very beginning. And also, if you created it, the creation part of it. So the ending part of it was just not even, you're not getting that sense. So the center part of it, the creation part of it, was the best part of any movement. Manifestation, however you like to think of it. So what is the message why I'm going through that like that with you? It's sometimes, even though you're tired, or some of you may not be feeling well, you could be having situations where you're not able to, so you have to hire others in because of, situations to do with health, or even ability to do that. If you can, and you do have the ability to do that, I would say, try, but safely, and have someone around you to support you, to guide you and try new things, because you've got a lot of people out here that are laughing at other people, but there's people out there that's actually physically doing the work with confidence. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? People that laugh at other people, that don't put in physical work and that much, like pages of things, people that are doing the work, you should never, ever, I'm warning you now, never, ever feel what they want you to feel. Never, ever do that. Let them laugh, let them laugh first. Because their alignment, behind the scenes of all of that, the alignment of the Akashic records, I'm telling you now, with the energy that's put into work, is written down, it's coded, it's written down, because the energy that's put in, it shows you the blood that's been used, the spirit that was put in, the power of the spirit warrior. I'm telling you now, I know my stuff. I know, and you can research it yourself. This is it. So whether you hire someone or whatever else, they're illusions. Agent Smith, they're illusions. People that laugh at you when you're doing some hard work. So I'm saying this because it comes into fold with everything we're talking about here. Your belief about something, okay? And having anxiety and trouble with certain things now and again to do with your work, you know, proposition coming in, you know, whether the manager say yes or no, proposal, whether the person can say yes or no, is it cheap, not expensive enough, is whatever, you know, is the ring not expensive enough, is it, you know, all these things, like, and really truly hard work was put into it. When you think about it, if you look at it from that aspect, that's the most important, you know, reality of it all, to be honest with you. Some people just stop there. Oh, look what she's doing. No, look further. I'm someone, okay, that looks more deeper into things. You have to look deeper down. I'm more looking deeper up. So when you say the word deep, you don't say a direction. I know which direction. I'm deeper up. So I prefer to go deep, upwards and in, up and in. I'm up and in. Forget everyone else and what they mean. I don't care about what anyone else means. I'm an individual and I'm allowed to be authentic and use my authentic self and how I communicate. Okay, even if you don't hear it that way, I'm happy because I came here and I got to be my authentic self. And I was confident doing that. And when laughing was going on, fighting was going on, all kinds of coughing and sneezing, I still was able to be confident, sit here and communicate this. And I need others of you to do the same. Not be sarcastic. Not be sarcastic about that. Not photocopying someone else is not being your authentic self. It's not. It's really not. Distracting someone is not being your authentic self. It's not centered self. It's not either of those. So we're going to keep an eye, all of us are going to keep an eye on people that trying to be distracting to stop you from your pathway. Okay? Because it's unique or different. People are going to be watching people that's going to be, you know, now and again trying to put people down. You don't have to say anything. Just remember what I'm saying to you. Now, with this new grid, this old grid, what I just mentioned just a minute ago, all the things people are trying to do to us, yeah, that fades. That fades. Guess why? Because the reality kicks in where we're confident enough. Before as well. Before, now, and after, we was confident enough. And we mean more than business. It's not just about business. We mean more than business. We mean higher spiritual ascensions. We mean higher consciousness, okay? All right? All centered. Yeah, I remembered. Okay, all centered. Let them do the Agent Smith pretending to try and distract you and pretending to try and make you seem strange and weird when all you needed to do was just focus on your work that's coming in. Sorry, I nudged the camera there. And it was different. All signs. Okay? I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been ready a long time ago. People are going to be snide, be leeches and be whatever. I'm ready. I've been ready for 50 million years. Died and reincarnated so many times. Been ready. And you guys are ready to make yourself ready. Make yourself ready. Yeah? Thank you, and take care for now. Bye.